afternoon and welcome back to another Nail Giver skincare video. I know I've been away for a little while, but I'm glad to be back. I hope everybody's doing well. Today I wanted to talk about the different tips and tricks that you can use to get rid of all the pimples that people are getting more and more actually now, because we're pretty much all wearing face masks where we go, even though it's not something that's mandatory for all the people working in the medical business or even just in retail shops. More and more shops are actually requiring that you wear masks. So a lot of people are getting breakouts in all of this area because everything does get kind of congested, and a lot of people also get irritations behind the ears from wearing those masks constantly. Even though it's not something that's necessarily pulling, there is still that friction that's going on. So let's talk about different things that you can do to improve it. First things first, obviously having a clean mask is definitely a good idea. So if you're using a reusable mask, make sure that you're actually washing it really as much as possible. Don't touch your face as much as I just did now, but wash your face masks, but you also need to clean your skin. So as I mentioned, what happens is that because you have that face mask on, there is much more humidity going on, and especially now, I mean, summer is here. It's getting warmer and warmer every single day and even more humid. So we want to make sure that we get a good clean at the end of the day to really minimize any type of eruptions that could be coming up. So my cleanser of choice is the Soft Neck Cleansing Cream. Soft Neck Cleansing Cream mainly because it is going to give you that deep cleanse that you want to have, all while rebalancing your bacterial flora so that your skin can actually defend itself, and you're also going to be much less predisposed to getting those breakouts. So I use this pretty much every day. Ideally, you should be doing it once to twice a day, depending on how long you're wearing the mask for, and also if you have a lot more oil secretions. If you have a lot of oil secretions, I recommend doing it for sure twice a day. And if you're somebody who has not only a lot of oil secretions, but also a lot of congestion, and you've been noticing a lot more blackheads and stuff like that since starting to wear a mask, you can add on your facial brush in there for you. So the combination of these two together can really help to diminish up to 75% less blackheads in about 30 days. So it is a really good addition to do. And the facial brush is something you can add to pretty much your everyday skincare routine, or you can do it 1 to 3 times in between your exfoliations, and that's going to do quite a difference and really leave you feeling clean at the end of the day. Second is the Bioacne Toner. I love the Bioacne Toner for many reasons, also because there's many different uses that you can do. So you can actually use it as a spray, just like the traditional Nelly toners, or you can actually use it on a cotton pad, a Kleenex, whatever you have access to, and you can really freshen up your skin throughout the day. The ideal is, of course, not to be wearing some heavy-duty makeup under the mask, because that does also create much more breakouts. But this, when you're using it, I'm telling you, if you're somebody who doesn't wear a lot of makeup and you really just want to freshen up, you feel like your skin is loaded up with oils, you can put this on a gauze, just wipe the skin, and you're going to feel much cleaner, much fresher right now. And you're also going to get all of the bacteriostatic properties from the Bioacne Toner. So you're going to feel super clean, super fresh, and you can put your mask back on afterwards, and you're not going to feel like you're going to get a lot more breakouts afterwards. Exfoliation is another step that's really essential to making sure that your skin is healthy. I said it many times in a bunch of other videos, but really your skin is your first protection for everything in the air. If your skin is not properly exfoliated, you are definitely going to be much more likely to getting much more breakouts, because you have that dead skin barrier that kind of prevents anything from coming out. So you should be exfoliating much more. Hello, Angela. You should be exfoliating much more throughout the humid periods to make sure that your skin is actually breathing and getting all of that oil out, rather than just keeping everything in, which is going to cause much more opened and closed comedones. So my exfoliant of choice for the more humid season is going to be, sorry, the lighting, the 3-minute Gamage. For summertime, I do recommend you should be doing every, I want to say 2 to 3 times a week if you have super oily skin. Ideally twice is really the goal that you want to be doing. So what this is going to do is that it is going to help to remove all of that dead skin cell buildup, and this is also going to be much more of a mattifying type of exfoliant rather than exfoliating gel for sensitive skin, for example. So if you're super into the sun exposure, exfoliating gel is the good one for you. But if you're constantly wearing a mask, a lot of the estheticians that are watching right now, thank you for watching, but you're gonna see that as the weeks go by, everybody's getting back into business, and we're constantly, I mean, just myself, when I was giving classes a few weeks ago, I could feel my skin, all the breakouts were coming. So I definitely had to step up my exfoliation game, and 3-minute gommage made a huge difference to make sure that all of my breakouts would be under control. Now, that being said, if you do have active acne, and I'm not just talking about the acne that comes from the mask, but you have to watch out a little bit more with your exfoliations because we don't want to be spreading that bacteria. If you don't have active acne, but you're trying to get a deeper exfoliation, your other option, your facial brush, comes in as well. So you could apply a good layer of 3-minute gommage. You're going to give it about 2 minutes rather than a minute. Then with a wet facial brush, you're going to go and gently brush your skin to really lift off the dead skin cells, and it's going to give you a nice satisfaction. You really feel extra clean afterwards. Now, for when the breakouts are already there, we have the Bioacne Serum. My light is so bright, but Bioacne Serum is really your quick fix for as soon as you feel the breakout coming. And this is also going to help you make sure that you're not picking at your pustules, your papules, and all that stuff. So this you can be reapplying 2 to 3 times per day. Really focus on the areas where you have the breakouts. And you can see it a little bit here. I had 2 from wearing a mask a lot in the past 2 weeks or so, and it made a huge difference just to make sure that the pustules and papules didn't actually come out. So it does give you all of that astringent effects, excuse me, I'm trying to talk so fast. It gives you all of your astringent effects while also making sure that your skin is healing. So you're preventing the pustule or papule from coming out, but you're also making it heal much faster. So this is really something that's going to be very useful for this period. So do it 2 to 3 times a day. Make sure that you're only using it in the area where you have the pimples. If I have a breakout here, I don't want to be putting the serum all over my cheek and thinking, oh, maybe it's going to help to prevent. You really want to focus on the area where you have the actual breakout, okay? And then the last thing. Now, although I have said it, and you've probably experienced it as well, when we're wearing a face mask, we feel like we don't need to put moisturizer because it is kind of confusing. We're going to think we're going to get oilier and stuff like that during the day. So what I recommend is that for daytime, especially if you know you're going to be wearing a mask, and if it's really hot on top of it in your environment, you should stick to like minimalistic skincare routine. So what I've been doing when I do know I have to wear it is I'm just going to go with my lifting peptide serum. So my lifting peptide serum is going to be a super hydrating serum that's not going to give any type of shine or anything like that. You have a trilogy of peptides inside, which are really great for all of your anti-aging benefits. You're gonna have some vitamin C that's gonna help to even out the glow and just keep everything looking nice, and some hyaluronic acid too, so for your superficial hydration as well as your deep hydration. So to sum it up, don't forget to cleanse, really ideally twice a day as much as possible, but if you do know that you're prone to getting the breakouts much more when you're wearing a mask, make sure to do your cleansing twice a day. Add in your facial brush to get really that disincrustation going on. Make sure you exfoliate, put your Bioacne Serum when you need it, and stick to minimal skincare for daytime, especially if you are going to be sweating a little bit more or exposed to more humidity. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next week for the other video.